Do as I say. Give me a disgusting helmet. That's not it. Try again. Oh shit!
It's fine. What's the worst that can be? Oh, fuck, cunt. Did not work at all.
Why, hello. Also trigger happy? Do I ban wrongly?
Get your magic flame characters ready.
Not at all. I've not wanted to reverse one of your bans ever. Trap. I'm just saying you're the first to pull the trigger. Maybe trigger happy isn't the right word. Maybe like quickest reflexes? Maybe like quickest reflex, like he's quickest on the draw, but always when it is appropriate. Lupus, nice. Like in the Absolution? No, Absolution in the Holy Relic. Huh. This was my solo self-found practice run of Absolution into Holy Relic. I still haven't got to respec my extra nodes here that are wasted. This is solo self-found, just level 74. League stuff, full league start. Right? Garbage gear. I don't even have the helmet. I'm still wearing a blue helmet because it's got a 4 link on it. You're in Holy Relic by the time you hit maps, even in solo self-found. And let me show you my 4 link, underleveled, no quality, blue gear everywhere, don't even have the helmet when you first get to maps level of Holy Relic, right? This is Holy Relic, first get to maps, nothing. 1 chaos would give me 50% more damage. Pretty tanky. I just stood in the middle of that before I attacked. So a 1C helmet would give me an extra Holy Relic. Which would be straight up 50% more damage. 7 Holy Relic at first, I mean. Enough to do all the quest stuff, for sure. mean, you'll see it in just a second if you're looking for like map boss damage. Thoughts on Absolution? It looks great. I have changed the guide to we'll be leveling with it. I also think Holy Relic Guardian might actually be quite a good build. Oh, fuck that guy. This fucking thing takes too long. So this is literally, looks like it only had exclamation mark Holy Relic, but it hasn't been updated yet. It'll get updated either tonight or tomorrow morning. Guardian will be competitive even later on for Absolution and Dominating Blow. Yes, I think so. Not for Holy Relic.
Get your Magic Find characters ready.
Login.
So that's 50% less damage than I should be doing on my full league start. I've done like 4 maps. Like that's if you're in a trade league, a 1C helmet gives you an extra thing. I have no idea what that is. Oh yeah. She won't use them. That's up to her. Nah, just like 1 should be enough. But yeah, so that's the damage you're looking at in literally solo self-found gear, blue gear, 4-link, nothing, like literal garbage, right? Like literal garbage. So it'll only ever be better than that. Okay, what do we got? File breach cannot be obtained as temporarily disabled from... Oh. New breach makes the monster in future patch. You could have left the old breach there, to be honest. That'll actually fuck a few people. Leveling Absolution good? Yeah. We still haven't seen the new exceptionals yet? Correct. I think the 200 is to make people, but since it doesn't, it isn't. Maybe Lupus, but even if it did, I don't think it would be worth it to go up to 204 to lose a support. It would give you plus 4 levels and 30. If that's the case, we got massively buffed. Massively. Oh, that gem, but at that point it's only 25% more. Yeah, unless... Yeah. How expensive is Diala's early? Okay, so early depends on what you mean by early. If you can buy it on day 1, add 50 chaos to a divine. If you're waiting for, like, if you're slow enough that you're gonna have to want to buy it on day 2 to 5-ish, usually like 2 or 3 div. And then after that, back to like 30 chaos. Or GCPs maybe. Also, those prices are just based on, you know, the past. We don't know what the new currency drop rates will be of everything. We don't know how any of that's going to play out. So we'll see, right? In for a 6-link early league? Oh yeah, well, I'm not assuming that you'll buy a 6-link, because a 5-link Diala's is better than any other chest you could possibly wear, right? So like you just want to be in a Dial as quick as possible. Alright, divination cards, the emptiness have been sure, gladiator achievements sure. Reduce the number of monsters in nightmare maps to not be greatly higher than regular maps. Higher number of monsters, sure. Added 62 more foiled Valdo map options, 72 more foiled unique options. Fixed a bug where Vroon Marshal of Zest had no variance on the damage of his attacks. Okay. Reservation multiplier of arrogance supply was not applying to war cries supported by auto exertion. Didn't know that. And it's looking at the eternal struggle with Eda being dominant. I don't actually think that's the play, although I understand why you've gone that way. But I actually really, really like Ashes for all of the things that it brings to all the utility stuff that's in my build. So I'm more inclined to drop Enhance if I can still reach 128 with the other gem. And put a real gem back in again. If we keep Holy Relic in a green socket? Yeah, because if I'm getting enough, like if I'm getting like plus levels from the other new support, if it does level up that way to like level 7 or whatever, right? I'd be more inclined to either drop Enhance or just get my 2 levels by keeping Enhance and putting it in a red socket. It depends. We'll just see whatever ends up being more damage, right? But I finished Satisfactory and all I want to do is log in and play more Satisfactory. I also felt that way immediately upon finishing it. I was like, well, I could start again right now, but build way better. But then I thought, you know what? There's a new patch coming out anyway, and I'm going to want to do a new playthrough on the 1.2 patch. So we'll just leave that and we'll come back to it later. I always struggle with what to have in what colors early and when to swap. Oh, I can answer that for you. Every single support gem is better in a green than it is in a red, except Empower and Enhance. The only exceptions to that may not even be relevant this time, but the only exceptions to that is while early leveling, if you have something like Awakened Minion damage, which doesn't exist anymore. We don't know what the other version, new version has, but if that gem has +1 level on it at level 5, for instance, how Awakened Minion damage did, then you swap that into a red so that it hits level 5 quicker, so that you get that free +1 level, right? So if there's something like that in the new gems, where you can like squeeze an extra +1 level out of it, then it'll go in red. Otherwise it's green across the board. It's green everywhere. It's always green. The quality is better than a level. That being said, the difference in most support gems between a green socket and a red socket is less than 1% damage. So if it's early league and you're like broke, poor, out of chromes, whatever, just anything that isn't blue, it's not that important. Just not blue, because blue does nothing. Not among them. Hopefully it doesn't mean there won't be. You know, I'm okay with it if there isn't. I always hated using minion damage anyway, because it comes with that less life multi for no good reason. And there's enough supports that we can use other shit. I really don't like that less life multi that's on it. In Lightning for Absolution, which one is better? Fizz to Lightning is technically better, but you don't get offered that as a witch. So in the build guide that I'll be posting either tonight or tomorrow, we're going to be using Living Lightning because it's still pretty goddamn good. And there'll be a note there that's like, Act 6, when you get access to all gems, change to Fizz to Lightning, or if you've got a friend that can just hand you Fizz to Lightning, then just use it right away. Holy mullet, Batman? I don't think this is a mullet, my dude. Like, this is just long hair. Like, I don't think that counts as a mullet. This is just long hair. It's a party in the front and a party at the back. Can you buy Fizz to Lightning in Siosa? Yes, but I don't do library. Someone took me out of Bone Shadow Start again, please. I mean, you've already played it once. Shouldn't that be enough to talk yourself out of it? Is the new support gem enough to bring back Crit Holy Relic? No. All right, so I can give you the TLDR on how to work out whether Crit Holy Relic becomes relevant again. Okay? This is how I judge it, and I'm pretty sure it's the way it should be judged. For us in this build, Crit Holy Relic is worse than Poison Holy Relic always. However, if we gain so much power that it becomes very easy to reach the poison cap, it's sort of like, right, hang on. Like, you've got your little fucking, your little like graph of investment versus power, right? And this is what happens. Green is poison, and it scales like this until it reaches poison cap, which is right there, right? And then it scales like this, where you keep getting more damage, but not nearly as efficiently as you were before, right? This is investment and this is power, right? Whereas a Crit Holy Relic or any hit version scales like this, which is not as great. Unless we're reaching the point where we're well past poison cap and we have more power than that, in which case it overtakes it, right? And it doesn't overtake it right at poison cap, it overtakes it a little bit after poison cap. So it has to be like, oh my god, we've gained so much power, it's so easy to reach poison cap now, that now we've got to start looking at, okay, well, but the scaling past poison cap isn't nearly as good, so maybe it's time to look at building a hit version instead, because if I want to invest up this much, I'm going to get a lot more power out of that hit version, right? Does that make sense? This is how it is. Like, this is what's happening. And Merc League was the only league that made us get to that point super easily, right? Merc League made us really easily able to reach poison cap, and then also gave us extra avenues to be able to build more crit in. And it was just sort of like, wow, it just became easier to build crit, and the poison happened. So it ended up being like, it started here because you didn't need as much investment, and it was just like, ah, there we go. Unholy Relic of Conviction, Void, Unbound, and Minion damage, barring the new Eclipse Gem shenanigans, or would you replace something? It's pretty easy to replace Minion damage support with a lot of other options. Especially now that it isn't woke Minion damage. Now that it's regular Minion damage, it's sort of a lot easier to replace that. Are you waiting until the whole set and match to respec? So I just continue with poison, right? I just continue with poison. And if I hit here, if I hit this little point right here, if I ever hit that point, I start investing in more hit damage rather than poison as I continue going. Right? Is the bad man for? Okay, first of all, matching Twitch names is fucking adorable. That is absolutely adorable. I actually love that. Yeah, anyway, so like if we reach this point, I start investing in things that are more hit related, right? So like the first thing I'll do is see if I can get to poison cap without the Aminamahu's gem in. Like, can I pull the Aminamahu's gem out and keep poison cap, and then use that investment somewhere else? And then when I try and get to like around here, that's when I go, okay, it's a full respec time. We go out of poison entirely and start specking into crit there. But it's really hard to get to this stage, right? It's really hard to get to this stage. Merc League is the only one so far where it was easy to do that. It's been possible every league. If you're an absolute degenerate and you want to min-max the absolute living fuck out of it, you can get here. Right? You can technically get there with a shitload of investment. But without Merc League, it's not very it's not very likely that most people will do that. I've been playing Crimson before I get there. Oh yeah, easily. Which point do you hit effective bossing? So basically, as long as you've got a Dialas, you will be able... if you've got a Dialas, you'll be able to kill Uber bosses if you're a competent, decent bosser. If you need a little more than that, it'll probably be like when you've got the rest of your gear sorted as well. So like maybe a corruption on the Dialas, maybe the surrender shield, a decent endgame weapon, poison cap without the chance to poison gem in, that sort of stuff. And then anyone could do it by that stage. But as soon as you've got a Dialas, if you're like a competent bosser, even on just a 6-link Dialas without any special gear, you've already got enough damage to be able to do effective Uber bosses, but not enough to be able to just like AFK them, barely pay attention, have them shredded to pieces, right?
Greetings.
Long day. Got my eye on you.
Do you think gloam rings are worth it? Yes, in fact, I have worn them on most of my min-maxed versions. I've used one gloam ring instead of a bone ring. The one with the least eye cancer. At this stage in my life, the best one is the one that involves the least amount of reading. That's where I am. Bring me the least amount of reading, please. Just the gem page review. There was a gem page review? There was a gem page? Oh, it's not the full list. I was hoping that somebody meant the new list. So these are the new gems, not the new support gems. Okay, that's fine. Let's see what's cool. Read the bold at the top. Leave the majority of exceptional bots for you to discover at game launch. We'll tease some of them soon. Okay, here's the thing. We're going to have all of them data mined before the league even starts. You might as well farm us for clicks. Right? Like you might as well spoil them. We're going to data mine all of them before league start anyway. Just accept that you've lost that battle. And use them as teasers. Let me see them. Show me your bits. The minions also use Holy Strike. Like if they refresh and then replace. Ah. Bits, don't be shy. All the bits. Yeah. The amount of times that I've given everybody open invitation to show me their bits and no one has ever shown me their bits feels mildly insulting, but let's move on. All right, Divine Blast. First physical fire. Beam of Holy Light. Oh yeah, that one. Okay, I don't know if I care about that one. Hey.
League starting your build yet again. Appreciate all you do less than 3.
Nice. I actually don't know what the typing is to get it to do.
The bits.
Right. I was wondering why that was happening. That wasn't what I meant, but I will take it. Thank you all for the videos.
Showing bits as requested.
Whoa, power familiar with 2000 as well. Any changes to leveling are still going SRS. We'll be leveling as Absolution. It's much better. %20 more when expending a power charge. Goes down 2 additional holy heroes. Sure. Okay, this is how do I do YouTube bits? I don't think there are any, but thank you for the super chat. Absolution is really strong. Excited to see it boost buff. Yeah, I'm actually just a little bit embarrassed about how good Absolution is after my test run today in solo self-found, because I think I may have misled people. I think we probably should have been leveling Absolution for a bit now. Like it's already better. It's already better than SRS leveling was. And we haven't received the buff. So my bad, I guess. I have a nice build for the last league myself. My reach run, is it okay in a group find setting? Holy Relic build?
My own meager bits.
Yes, but I hope everybody in your group is really looking out for a Dialas, because it is a Dialas is the difference between you being able to map comfortably or you being able to do everything comfortably. You'll be okay without a Dialas for a little while, but you will need one. It's kind of mandatory to the build at some point. Like, you'll be able to get by on a 6-link, like just a regular 6-link, and you'll be able to get by on like a Covenant or something like that, right? And you don't have to have an Ashes, although the Ashes that we want, you only need 26% on, so even that in a group league is manageable, because you don't need to divine a perfect one or anything. It's really Dialas is the only one that's an issue. right? Progression when you hit maps. Joffrey's, Diala's, Darkness, Ashes. Yep, nailed it. Exactly that. Technically, the Diala's is probably even more damage than the Joffrey's, but like that's Joffrey's is like 1 or 2 chaos, so it's the first purchase. First leveling was always the pain point of the skill. Clarity. I just intentionally left room in the leveling tree to have a decent level clarity, so we didn't need to worry about that shit. M's fit in there. And where would you be going for? Wow, we don't know. Look, frankly, it's all in the build guide, and the woke gems. I'd probably go Empower before I went Ashes. I'd probably go Enhance before I went Ashes as well, but it depends on the price. At that point, once you're at the point of Ashes, it's not something I can actually tell you what order to buy in ahead of time, because almost all the upgrades are like within 1% of each other, whether that be up until now woke gems or the Ashes, or like going from like an 82% belt to a 100% belt or anything like that. They're all just like the same rough. So it's all just like, what can you afford? What's the cheapest, right? Like what's going on with the market right now? What can I grab? Related to anything, I love the shirt. Thank you. Shield of Light. Do I care about any of these? I don't care about any of these, that's for sure. What about these? Don't care about that. Don't care about that either. Huh. That's an interesting one. I like that. This one's very interesting. Instead of chaining, it all explodes. The kinetic fusilade's really, really, really good. Filtering, hovering, kinetic projectiles. After a short duration, the projectiles explode, dealing area damage. Wait. So they don't fire? They just sort of... They hang out and then blow up on you? It's gonna have to have pretty damn good area to be usable then. Which it might have. At a 2.5 meter base radius is not terrible. It might be, that might be good. I'm interested to see how that goes. That's interesting. Yeah, it also depends. Do they hover above you, or do they hover at a target you casted it at? So like, I'm also imagining a world where you reduce your duration a bunch, same as you do for normal kinetic fusillade, right? And then maybe it's on a totem and it just like pops up a group of projectiles that then explode like a quarter of a second later because you've reduced your duration a lot. And maybe that would be great. Maybe that would be great. I don't know. So it depends on how that interacts. Orb of Storms of Squalls, sure. Wait. It does say fires 4 projectiles. Yep, and it does not say multiple projectiles not doesn't affect it. Yeah, it's also quite quick. So like I don't know, it might be it really depends on like how it functions, whether that's usable or not. That could be really interesting. This one seemed cool. Shock Nova of 0.25 cast speed? Wait. .25 cast speed with repeats and a 10% more cast speed multiplier on it. .75 because of repeats. Yeah. That's interesting though. Siphon Trap of I don't care. Listen orbs on your channel that repetitively jump away from the targeted location until their duration expires. I don't know about that. Again, that's going to be a mechanical. We need to see that in action to know whether it's like usable or not. Warcry things don't care. Melee attack things also don't care. Rid of Hollow Flames, I won't be using that. That's fine, whatever. Minions of supported skills have 20% increased critical strike chance. Minions from supported skills have 40% increased critical strike chance for each time you've critically struck an enemy recently with an attack, up to 200%. That cap is, I think, too small. Supported skills have up to 100 multi as well. Well, 100 multi as well. The level 1 version of this has the same caps. Oh, so we can't go like up to like a level 25 or something by having plus levels and have the higher caps. Although it does mean if the level 1 version has the same cap, as long as we're critting enough, it does mean you could use it as the imbue. This has like a chance to be usable if we change into crit. There are 5 points in the tree, you can have 15% sword crit. Is that good enough? Okay, here's the thing. So even let's just have a look real quick, right? Let me show you the math on this crit. Right? Let's go standard. Is it this one? I think it's this one. So we can't actually afford to have crit chance on these things as well. So let's say that we just have 6.5% crit, right? because that's probably what we're gonna have. I mean, you could probably get a little more doing something like a synth implicit or whatever, but let's just say 6.5% crit, right? With onslaught and everything up, you're attacking 3.5 times a second, right? So if we go over to the calculator, right? So 3.5 times per second times 14 projectiles, right? That all return. So we hit 98 times a second. So with a 6.5% crit, that is roughly 6.5 crits per second, pretty much, right? With no investment whatsoever, that is 6.5 crits per second already. Like, that's just what we do with zero investment. This thing, if we were to use it, is 40% increased crit per attack recently, up to 200% cap. Right? That's only, what is that, 5 per 4 seconds? We're going to be doing over 6 per second. So we've already capped it out with no change to the build whatsoever. Right? I am hesitant whether this will actually be worth using or not, though. I feel like that needed to be like 500% chance, because like Minion's crit is just fucking too low. Right? Like it's just too low. What is their base crit? 5%. No crit, not just one for the entire attack. That's actually a good question. I think so, but I'm actually not 100% sure because it's never been relevant to us before. But the scav node, I was thinking about the scav node because we could, if we really wanted to, we could make a weapon like this that also had crit chance on it, which could make it like 9.1, 9.2% crit, somewhere around there. And then we could work off that base crit with that new node, and that might be enough to actually make like a full crit version of it. I don't think any of that thought is league start appropriate in any way, right? Like that's just not a league start style build, but that doesn't mean it's not usable later. Is attack here in the scav node? I thought it just said your minion's crit is. I didn't think it said your minion's attack crit is. Yeah, let's have a look at that again, please. Oh, Minion's base attack critical strike chance is equal to your critical strike chance of your main hand. Yo, get fucked. Of all of the things we were shown, this one down the bottom that I'm hiding is the one that I think is getting overlooked the most. Like, for people who have played Wanders, +2 maximum number of sacred wisps and +2 number of summoned sacred wisps is fucking insane. Like, that's actually mental. The problem is, what do you do with your other stuff? Right? Like, Unaffected by poison, 40% recoup is okay. Right? It's like okay. Some movement speed is pretty good. But like, what do you do with the last one if you're doing a wander too? Like I don't know. Maybe this one. A bloodline. I mean, it's warped timepiece and the madness boots, right? Warped timepiece to go with the madness boots. And then we can use Sacred Wisp for wanding, and those two are synergistic. There's nothing super beneficial on the first page. I mean, I wouldn't want the brass dome. Unaffected by poison, 40% recoup is like okay, but it's not really for an ascendancy node. And neither really is 20% movement speed, 23% chaos res. Like, just none of it is good. You know what would make this way better? Is if this ascendancy was essentially fully finished at Merc Lab and you were forced to use one of these sub ascendancies as well. So you're like, you would always actually have 4 nodes, 3 from here, and another one. Right? Looked up? Yeah. Like this 40% recoup, more of conquest, this is really useful and really strong in specific niches where it's relevant. Right? In specific niche builds where it's relevant, this could be very strong. But the other thing that I think might come up later is this one. Spells deal added chaos damage equal to 5% of your maximum life. Right? That could be okay. But there's nothing in here that would go with life stacking. There's nothing in here that really goes with life stacking. Right? I think this whole ascendancy becomes way more interesting if it's 2 points to grab one of these, 2 points to grab one of these, 2 points to grab one of these, and then you get to use one of the these ascendancies down here for no cost, right? Like for like one of these becomes your Uber all the time, then suddenly it's way more interesting, right? Because you just get one for free. And then you've got 3 of those nodes and one of these and a flesh and flame from here. And now we're making like real build, right? Yeah, are we getting an Absolution Chevrolet and a Max Roll? I don't deal with Max Roll at all. I am not affiliated with them at all. But on my website, there will be an Absolution leveling tree either tonight or tomorrow morning. Are you going to update the SRS build? Pretty sure it's exactly the same. SRS received no changes. I will be updating it because obviously we've lost woke gems and we're going to have to pick a gem to imbue. But otherwise, like, nothing changed on it. SRS also benefited a lot. It benefited a lot from the imbued gem. Who is this even? Like what? Level 1 melee splash? Level 1 melee splash would be kind of great, but also so would level 1 multi-strike. I don't want to... I literally actually that not only do I not want to take the handout, but also that would be a downgrade for me. Resolute technique actually ruins the thing I'm doing. It involves needing to crit to proc profane ground and everywhere. That is a gross weapon though. That is a gross weapon. But this one is designed around putting ground on the floor. Putting profane ground on when we crit and everything. So it requires the ability to be able to crit this version. The added spell support is level 21 going to be better probably. No, imbued is better in almost all cases for spells and minions. But it's not as big of a deal as it sounds like. So generally speaking, you're going to get between 12 and 14% more damage from +1 level. And you're going to get 20% more damage from a level 1 support. So it's like 8% more unless something extra happens with it. Like for instance, if you're a pure Spectre build and corrupting the gem to 21 is what lets you get it to 25 to get an extra Spectre, or what lets you get to level 30, which is the maximum actual base level for Spectres, right? You wouldn't, if you're level 31 with a corrupted level 21 gem, then you would actually want to drop it and go for an imbue, because you're only getting like 8% more damage at that point, right? It'll be the same for spells, I believe. Most spells will gain 12 to 14% for +1 level. And you can get 20% from most of the extra level 1 support gems. So like, yeah, most people will be using a support gem, but like an imbue support gem, but like it's also like not a big deal. You didn't gain 20% more damage, right? You gained 8% because you're giving up the plus level that was going to give you 12% to get a different thing that gives you 20 instead. It's only 8% more. It's like the least amount of borrowed power we've ever had. There are specific exceptions where it's way cooler though. Yeah, there are some specific exceptions where it's way cooler. Like for instance, in a Holy Relic build, a level 1 chance to poison comes with the full amount of poison chance, which will make it way, way, way easier to get yourself into like a mage blood, for instance, right? Because like one of the hardest things about getting a mage blood is that you've got to deal with the poison chance missing from the belt. You're usually 100% belt there and you're getting a ton of poison chance. And so a level 1 chance to poison will give you that 40% chance, and that makes it a lot easier to drop that belt. I've been planning on starting out with an SRS build, Necromancer, so to build a new team. Cool. Yep, SRS benefited a lot from this patch. It had a lot of gems that were very, very efficient. So getting an imbue is actually really, really strong on them. Wouldn't use the new Anoint base belt before Mage Blood or Headhunter. Not on minion builds. Darkness Enthralled is still way, way too good. You can maybe no spend as a playstyle. Also, it's cool that Absolution got buffed. Yeah, I think I might have been wrong the whole time. I think we probably should have been leveling with Absolution the whole time after my solo self-found run here. It was better. It was just more damage the whole time. It was just more damage the whole time. Solution felt great and that's before the buffs. Yeah. I don't know how long ago I tested Absolution. I know I tested it at some point really early in the development of this build and it wasn't good enough. SRS was better. I don't know when that changed, but it's clearly not the case anymore. Like Absolution is already better right now. And it's receiving a buff in like 3 days, so it'll be even better. No, this build is just literally like strong and breach 6 position alters Delhi. Yeah, pretty much all of those, and Blight, and the only thing we really couldn't do was Blight Heart, because we would crash the server, but they upped the rewards but halved the amount of mobs this patch the Blightheart's gonna spawn, so that should make us able to do Blightheart as well. So I don't know if there's fucking anything we can't do, man. Oh, the Absolution endgame builds come out? Yes. Combo with real juice. Yes, maybe. The like giga strong exiles might cause us a problem. We'll see. Issues. I think of normal. Yeah, I'm really happy that tier 17s are gone. Fuck tier 17s. Fuck the elitism that comes with tier 17s, and fuck them being just like better at everything than every other map in existence. Super happy about that. To melee for you. I've done it before. It's all right.
When I'm ready, I'm not.
It could be well, but that shit's moved to originator maps. Yeah, but originator maps are just like maps. We can do them on any map layout we want. Like, we're not stuck in these things, right? For the rest is someone who's first time doing the minion build. Spawning a lot and inactivated my test. Yes, Absolution is better. The guide will be fully updated either tonight or tomorrow, or at least as fully updated as we can make it without all the extra gem information.
Greetings.
Taking to farm the 2 gems on league starts. Somebody's nearly fair to do. Somebody, and then we will have a list of your important upgrades, or at least the starter ones, in the new guide that comes out. And as far as how long it normally takes me, in solo self-found, I've spent 4 hours farming it before. I've also got it in 2 runs. I don't know. It's fucking impossible for me to tell you. It could be any amount of time. The important bit is that you don't just spend all of your time farming for your gems. You're farming for anything. You could hit anything. You could find raw chaos on the ground while you're farming for it and just buy them, right? Like you just,
The question now is,
you don't even have to farm lab. If you hate lab enough and you'd prefer to do heist, you can do you can just do heist pre-maps. Absolution is so good, you could just start wipe maps with Absolution if you wanted to, and then just change when you drop something on the floor that lets you buy the gems you want, right? Like it's very much up to you. Another numbers being no, it'll be fine. It was always a super easy craft. Also, your first weapons, your league start weapons, they just look like this. I mean, in a trade league you're gonna use a better minion damage essence than that, but even in solo self-found you can get something like that. It's fine. The multi-mod and everything, nah, it'll be fine. This is what your league's starting to? Absolutely, yes.
Greetings. Hello.
The economy's gonna be crazy this league. It's gonna be interesting for sure.
Greetings.
Remember when we had to do lots of unveils every league? Yeah, I fucking hated that. GCP economy, I'm calling it. Maybe. Honestly, there'll be no shock at all to me if like week 2 maybe chaos orbs are already like 600 to a div. There's like fucking nothing to spend my chaos orbs on. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do with chaos orbs. Roll maps. I already roll maps with chaos orbs most of the time. People are just chaos craft? Maybe? No skill effects for Holy Relic? There's one MTX for Holy Relic and you can barely even tell that you're using it. Here, let me show you. I wish they'd fucking add more MTXs, right? You see what they look like now? They're those ones right there, right? Let me just put their MTX on and re-summon new ones so you can see the difference. That's one with the MTX on, that's one without it. Zoomed in, they look pretty different. But like when you run them through, they're not that different. And their attacks barely look any different. I now have one of each. Can you even tell? Can you even tell? It looks the same. It is actually slightly different, but it's so slightly that meh. Why did you need crits again? What's the name of that jewel? That was just that end game version of it. It's not something I always use. Rational Doctrine? Yeah. So I do think that the orbs themselves look cooler with the MTX on, so I do usually use it because they're like exalted orb heads. But honestly, it's not worth buying that MTX. It just isn't. There's a Lancing MTX? Yes. And I do use that one every time. It makes it a lot easier to see the Lancing steel. I like it quite a bit. Here it is. It's the only Lancing MTX, but now you can actually see where your projectiles are. Right? So I like that. You could choose to keep Necromancer or 7 of Aracali for Holy Relic. With Necro. Easy. Necro is significantly better at everything. 7 of Aracali is like discount Necromancer. Necromancer from Wish.
Hello. Keep your life to your own.
Is that it's only on the regular Holy Relic, not the Conviction one, so it doesn't, it's nothing useful because it doesn't, we don't run that one. Yeah. Mm, 4 hours to map stops at Act 8. I did not, but that's hilarious. What's it on? Guardian Absolution? Yep. Does it make a difference in gearing? That new CDR gem can't be supported by minions. Like, it won't support the skills of minions. We can't have too many nice things all at once. Is this rest for level 1 to 12? You don't even get it until level 8, and it's not even viable. Sorry, until level 4. And it's not even viable until level 8, so I'm not even going to bother touching it. We're going to level with, well, I'm going to use Freezing Pulse and Holy Flame Totem until Absolution. But Rolling Magma, the normal thing, is the way to go, for sure. But I hate Rolling Magma with a burning passion, so I'm gonna use Freezing Pulse.
Hello. Farewell.
Nah, no SRS. We're not bothering with SRS. Is that in Holy Relic? Yup. Make Bone Barrier or Natural Strength last? Bone Barrier last. You start maps already like this. Bone Barrier is the last thing we get. Just the unholy might that makes Witch the best choice. I mean, Offerings Affect You is also insanely good. Bone Barrier is also insanely good. Mindless Aggression is just okay. But just everything about Necros is just a fantastic Ascendancy. Trying to build for earlier late game. I mean, like raw, stronger in what aspect? If you're just looking at raw DPS, anime weapon will eventually do more damage than Holy Relic. In every other way, Holy Relic is stronger. Better build, smoother, faster, more fun, less to worry about. But anime weapon will end up with a higher DPS.
When I'm ready and not before.
Was this? Oh, I did see that tweet. To the Exile has been farming Onigoroshi for the last 6 weeks. It doesn't drop in Ruthless. I did see that.
Get your magic find characters ready.
Poor bastard.
Greetings. Till next time, shall we keep?
Imagine getting DM'd by DG playing, saying, hey, but that doesn't work. That's even more embarrassing than getting DM'd off like PoE Ninja. Because that's the thing that happens sometimes. People will be like, if you're like far enough in front, but you've made a horrible mistake somewhere in your build, it just doesn't work. Somebody will just randomly message you and be like, listen, I was looking at your build on PoE Ninja, and I'm pretty sure you've got this thing here and it just doesn't function because of this part of your build right here. And you'll be like, oh my god, piece of shit. It's fucking hilarious. I don't know how early I can change the whirling blades. Like, I really fucking hate shield charge, man. Like, I can't describe how much I hate it.
Hello.
Like, what if I just have whirling
Greetings.
blades but no faster attacks? Is it... Can I start maps like that? Character with this build? Yeah, this was full solo self-found. Yeah, fuck that. That's already better. Fuck your shield charge. I end up going, but is this better than Holy Relic? Yeah, and the answer is no. No, it's not. Yo, guys, this breach is so much better than the other breach, man. Like, can we can just forget about we can just like have regular breaches back. It's fine. I don't normally spec into breaches for maps, so I guess I'll just continue not to. That's fair. A little bit OP, but then multiple using how to actually work. No idea. Need to like see it in action. A bone ring? We'll see. Has to also be good. What map mods are bad for this?
Get your magic find characters ready.
Oh look, it's that time again, winking face.
It is. God, thank you for the 82 month resub. I guess like minus max, reduce block, chaos res are all things that like technically affect us, as well as chance to avoid poison. But I don't read any of them. I just run all of them. It doesn't matter.
Go. Greetings.
Gross. At least the nightmare map had 50% in the preview. Yo, that's great.
Keep your life to your own.
I mean, we already ignored it, but I'll take ignore it harder.
When I'm ready and not before.
So kind of like high movement speed. I mean, yeah, this is literally just league start. Like this is white map solo self-found league start. Like you get faster. In the beginning is good. I start with Carnage Chieftains, just 2 of them, until I can get the Corpse Spectres, which will all be in the guide. All of it'll be in the build guide. The only white mouse is the biggest pain point of the build. No. Usually like late reds, if you don't get anything, if you get incredibly unlucky and you can't get a Diala's, like late red starts to feel a little average. I wouldn't even say terrible, just like not really strong, right? Like usable but not strong until you get a Diala's, and then once you put a Diala's on, you'll start laughing again. Everything's fine. And the league start day 1 is like 1 div, day 2 and 3 it's usually like 2.5 to 3 div, and then it plummets back down to like 50 chaos after that. In the early time, I don't know. gonna like 16s but still farming for the others, and it's fine. Not great, just fine. Yeah. That's how it'll be when you get to like late red maps without a Dialas on. You're like, it's fine, it's doable. There's no like content you can't do, but it doesn't feel like fantastic or anything until you put a Dialas on. Would you say it's decent at ultimatum? I mean, better than most builds, I guess, but not really an ultimatum farmer. Like, you can do it, but if your goal is to farm ultimatum, you should pick an ultimatum farmer. That's a very unique kind of build that does that.
Go with courage.
Like, if you just want to do the ultimatums you see, yeah, it's fine. But if you want to actually farm ultimatum as your thing, you should pick an ultimatum farmer. This is not that.
Praise heaven. Well done. Now be a good assistant and find a place to deploy a tower. Exile, are you going to build a tower as I've so kindly requested?
The biggest issue in solo self-found is the 1C helmet would give me 50% more damage.
Please do not test my limits. Patience is not something I possess. You're making me nervous. Build the tower, Exile. Now.
The Joffrey's is like mandatory, and it's like 1 or 2 chaos. You literally go from 2 minions to 3 minions. It's literally 50% more damage.
Success. Stay pure.
We'll be leaving Tiger out entirely this league. It's literally too expensive, and it's only like marginally better. Slashing Tiger for the free aura or something. I don't even know who's using it, but it's way too expensive for what it gives, or it's been way too expensive for what it gives. Yeah, I've told everyone this like a million times. I continually put the same jewel in the same slot because I don't want to price everyone out of every single slot in existence. But there are 3 slots you can put a timeless jewel in, and I can't just give you the list. If I just give you the whole list, everything will be ruined. You have to find them yourself. But there are 3 different spots for your timeless jewel. Find a timeless jewel, right? It can go here. You do have to give up a little bit of life for that, just this wheel, but it can go here and it's good. It can also go here. You have to give up a little bit of block, but you can make up block elsewhere, right? And it can go here. Those are 3 really good spots. There are also some that can go up here that just require a little bit of respecking. Right, so really 4. I put the same one in here every single league because I don't want to fuck everyone else who's following it by like cycling through all of the things so everything is taken all the time. So I just stay to the exact same thing I've always done, which is slightly to my own detriment, right? I could get cheaper ones by just, I can get cheaper and stronger ones by just getting the right things every time, but that will kind of fuck it for everybody. So I just stick to doing the same exact thing every league, and I just keep telling people to find their own, right? Except when I find that 4 times Slumlord cheap. Except that one time where we found that one that had like 4 Slumlords on it and it was really cheap, and I went, okay, well, fuck me. That was disgusting. But that's not normal. Reasonable kind of sucks. I agree. I think they're kind of trash. Which is another reason I generally just stick to the exact same timeless jewel, because the amount of like slumlords and shit that I get is generally like a pretty average amount. Like there's definitely way better ones. I do that so that people don't get like freaked out and be like, oh my god, how could I buy this fucking 400 div timeless jewel that there's only 2 of? Nope. Don't have fun. Does it come mandatory? I mean, you can kill all the quest bosses without it, but like you won't be killing Ubers without it. I mean, you probably could if you were really good at it, but it is your first big purchase though. Like your first purchase is Joffrey's. But that's 1 chaos, so I don't even know if that counts. Your first big purchase is a Diala's. A 5-link Diala's is better than any 6-link you could get. Equip support, fully 82% breakpoint. Does it sound like I shoot myself in the foot? I mean, the build is strong enough that it'll handle you doing that anyway. But yeah, it'll just be worse for no reason.
When I'm ready, and not before. Also lose it. Yeah, I don't like the Dark Monarch helmet at all. The amount you get out of just an Animate Guardian on its own is like, it's too much to lose.
Close enough.
Greet. Hello.
All right. So my suggestion to people who say things like, I just can't stand having an animate guardian or specters, I suggest you pick another build.
Greet. What?
Hello.
I think you're shooting yourself in the foot for no reason. Play something else. Unhide, remove only tabs. Here it is. Yoink. I'll take those. Yoink, I'll take them. I'll take those. I'll take those. I'll take those. Oh no, I ran out of room for chaos. Hide, remove only tabs. Well, you don't need scrolls of wisdom, right?
Hello.
Hello. Can I not get rid of these? Vendoring scrolls of wisdom gives you scrolls of wisdom back. Did anyone know that? Because I didn't. At an alarmingly bad rate. I was unaware.
Keep your life to your own. Hello.
Get your magic find characters ready.
Necros, thank you for the prime.
Keep your life to your own. Greetings. Keep your life to your own. Greetings.
Purchase
Go with
portal
courage.
scrolls. Oh yeah, that would have been way quicker. That would have been way quicker. It's fine, we're there now. But we'll do that next time. At least we can get rid of way more of them at once.
Farewell.
Just trying to make room for more chaos. Let's destroy as well, yeah. Yep. The fuck are those? Oh, veiled exalted orbs. Okay, sure. Some locks. Enough mirrors. What is the price of chaos to divines in standard league? Who knows? Uh, 750 to 1, I guess. That's about what it's going to be in the new league too, so don't worry about that. Get used to that kind of pricing. That's the kind of pricing we're going to be looking at.
hello there.
Oh, good. More work.
Yo, should I like dump all this in a hurry to a port? I should dump all that to a port, right? You're not supposed to use like multiple. You're not supposed to use like multiple crops. So I don't know, whatever. I don't even care about doing it efficiently. It's standard. I'm just gonna fucking send. Just gonna send whatever I've got. Who cares? Oh, look at that. Risk? Risk? Really? I hope you fucking fail.
I'll give him the word.
Oh, hello. Sure. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, have some more. See how little we care here. Oh, I still can't fit them all. Okay. Well. Whatever, that'll do it. Don't even get any dust in that one. That's how little I care.
His luck, I hope.
It'd be funny if they all come back failed. Didn't set sail to that second boat, did I not? Oh, good catch. Good catch. We'll see if there's any mirror shards in there tomorrow. If there's not, whatever, who gives a fuck? Standard.
When I'm ready and not before.
I just want to start the league. Let's go. I'm ready. I was actually ready 2 days ago. I actually haven't done food prep. And we haven't finished the guide. So like, I'm gonna go shopping tomorrow morning for food. And we're doing food prep because I don't want to like, I don't want to lose sight of my balls again. I was getting way too big. We can't just go back to eating whatever. My new metric on whether or not I'm losing weight is I recently realized like 2 days ago that if I look down I can now see my balls again without having to lean forward, and I haven't been able to do that for a few months because I got too fat.
Everything dies.
And so that's gonna be my metric now on like, am I losing weight or gaining weight? It's like, just look down. How much of it can you see? If it's all hidden by the belly, too fat. If you can see it, fine, good. That's my new metric I've decided. from standing up? No, from standing up, like when in the shower. Like I noticed in the shower. I was like, oh, hey, I can see him again. I didn't realize it's just small. So the new goal before ExileCon is to be able to see the base as well. Because right now I can just see the tip and the balls. I'd like to be able to see the base as well, just from standing. So that's the goal. Forget about weight loss. Forget about the measurements. Forget about like standing on scales or anything like that. They're all useless things. I don't care what the weight says. I wanna see the whole shaft. I wanna see the base. That's my goal for weight loss. I think it's a way better metric. It's also far more motivating for me than just like, oh, you weigh 120. Oh, you weigh 115. Like, I don't care. Right? Getting into the wrench too. Oh, I know, because in the process of getting fat, I lost one. and I don't know if this is too much information, but it wasn't bad before, but I didn't have an extra. I didn't have an extra inch. Like, it was like, it's doable. We've got enough here going on, but not, we didn't have an extra. Like, I want that back, please, actually. I need everything I got. We're not blessed with spares around here. I need all of that. Thanks.
Farewell. Greeting.
Better to have it and not need it, right? No, I need it. I need that. I need everything we got.
You found them. Stay vigilant.
There's no spare inches over here. Twice a map summoning will suck. Not twice a map, 3 times a map, right? Because you'll run the map, you'll go into the thing, you'll need to summon them again in there, and then you'll come back out to the map. There'll be 3 times every map that you have to. I know more about your private parts than I do of the friends that I've known for 30 odd years. Well, it's not my fault that you've got low quality friendships. Both rerolled day one back to sectors.
Hello.
Yeah.
Go. Greetings.
When are they going to focus Awakened Cock? I mean, Awakened Cock just doesn't exist, right? There are no more woke gems. It's annoying to get capped first time trying it this league. Not really. I mean, this is my solo self-found stuff, and I've still got like blue gloves, no resistance, blue helmet, no resistance. There's like no resistance there, but 2 shitty resistances there, 2 decent resistances there, 2 decent resistances there, 1 resist, two here as well. Like we're doing all right. And you can always help a Lyra on day 1. 1 passive point for 15 all res. I know a lot of people love that shit. I think it's a scam. I'm never using her again. I think it's a noob trap. It's just too easy to get resistances to warrant giving up a passive point for it. No update yet, but it'll be like tonight or tomorrow. Why are we practicing maps? Oh, I can answer that super easily. Because if I don't put some Path of Exile in the background of the stream, no matter what, doesn't matter what I'm doing, as long as you can see a Path of Exile, then no one will fucking show up. It's like Subway Surfers, but for Path of Exile addicts. This has to be something going on. It doesn't actually matter what it is. It just has to be Path of Exile. Okay, is the league start? Yep, absolutely. The guide is for a full league start. How to transition and everything. With Absolution, yes. And we will be changing the guide to Absolution leveling. Absolution leveling, Holy Relic before you enter maps. He doesn't show the gems either. Yes, it does. What? Absolution feels really good before the buff. Yeah. Overall. What the fuck is pro? I don't even know what that stands for. Oh, poison ranged animate weapon. Right. Any other, probably the easiest company one I've played. A little later, this sounds fun. Honestly, I think Guardian Absolution builds are going to be really, really good this league. I won't be starting it, but I do think it'll be quite good.
Hello. Hello.
And the whole map mods don't matter becomes a requirement for other builds. I would say Holy Relic's biggest downside is that it makes it really hard to play any other build ever again.
What are we shipping? Ah, what are we? Keep sweet as yet, please. Business.
I guess that'll do.
Hello.
Holy Relic to int accuracy stacker, and it was an upgrade for sure. I didn't say impossible. I just said it's really hard to play other builds
Courage.
once you get into Holy Relic, especially as a league start. That should do it. Holy Relic last league, and the pubs were so satisfying. Yeah, that's
Much to discuss.
that is why they're in the build guide. They're very, very good.
Go with courage.
When I'm ready and not before.
Any changes coming into Filter Blade? I think I saw his post about it where you're able to like set the strictness of like rares, uniques, and currencies separately. Which seems cool. That seems very useful actually. I think those build specific filters are like just for leveling, right? It would be weird, at least in a trade league, to have a build specific filter at all once you get to maps. That would be odd.
Go with courage.
Yeah, Control Alt click. Control Alt click on Helena and it'll identify all automatically. And then you just control click afterwards to open up the thing. Good question. I Google and read a lot of threads, but I can't find any people confident on this text are making the rounds. Replica heat plus of spring and 2% shock effect. Replica heat shiver. And Oath of Spring. Move effect is 2. Can apply up to 50 shocks. Yeah, that works. Yeah, it's 2% shock effect per stack. That should stack with Replica Heat Shiver. I'm pretty sure there are builds that rely on that. Leveling an Absolution or SRS and why? I used to prefer SRS as well. Absolution is a spell that covers the whole screen. You don't have to melee at all. But I just did an Absolution run. It was already better, and now Absolution's getting buffed. So we're going to be leveling with Absolution. Because it's already really good, and it's getting a buff in like whatever 3 days or whatever it is. So evening, right? I'll be back in just a moment. Healing Blade is not being triggered, it's just there. Yes. It's also like not where it's supposed to be, but you know. Early map, solo self found. You get what you fucking get.
Greetings. Farewell.
That's the trail.
Sure, whatever.
During a recent retreat, we were forced to leave behind some supplies.
The news report, is it even good? Probably not. And no, the limits on it are way too low. If instead of 200% limit, it was like maybe a 500% limit, then I'd consider it. Holy Relic before. Yeah, I'm literally, I don't even have quality on my gem. And I'm in a 4 link. And I have nothing. And it's still, I don't even have the helmet for the 3rd Holy Relic in solo self-found here, and it just fucking screams through maps still. Nice gloves, by the way, on the character or on me. Well, it's not even blue anymore. It's just a little slow to update. But I was wearing a blue helmet as well a minute ago. Like, this guy looks like you got a pretty decent buff. Nice. Inquisitor, I hope. I think Stormbrand might actually be pretty good. PvE plugin still shows blue. Yeah, so it can be a little slow to update. Oh, fucking Holy Relics are dying. Lol. Switching to Holy Relic for the Mirage League. Many like little changes just because we like lost woke gems and shit like that. I think overall we're going to be at least slightly better than before. We need a little bit more information about one of those support gems. Specifically what happens when you over level or over quality it. There might be a pretty substantial buff hidden in there that we just don't quite know about. But with the stuff that we know, it's just a little bit buffed overall.
Business.
The opportunity presents itself, it may be a lot buffed, but we'll see. We'll see how that gem goes at over leveled things. Will you lose a bit of tankiness for not having grass? Well, I don't consider grass part of the build. until things go core, I don't consider them part of the build, right? Is it likely that we'll know these things before launch? Not incredibly likely. It depends on how thorough the data mining is. They're certainly not going to show me. No Guardian, not for me. I'm a Necro enjoyer. Humanoid belts compete with darkness and throne. No. No, not even close.
Key greetings. Farewell. Greetings.
That's the trail.
Honestly, I've never been this poorly geared, and I'm really impressed with how well this still holds up, even though I've got like literally the worst gear that I've ever had. Because there's not a trade league or anything. Like 3 chaos would over double my damage. The Mage Blood variant of the build, not one that I've ever shared like as part of the guide or anything, because it's been incredibly hard to fit a Mage Blood in and generally not really worth it. This league, it'll be significantly easier because you will be able to imbue your skill with a level 1 chance to poison support, which will give it 40% chance to poison, making it much easier to poison cap without the belt jewels. And then you'll just be able to slap on a Mage Blood. The spraying summoning the Holy Relics. No, the Holy Relics are permanent minions, and the way they work is they proc on the nearest thing to you anytime you hit with an attack. So the Lancing, it's not summoning them, they're permanently out, the Holy Relics, but it is what makes them attack. Okay, target chance to poison. They're random within their color. So you'll be able to throw a, say, green gem on.
Greetings.
And it'll pick any green gem that could support that skill. Damn. Sexy shield. So you really don't need Joffrey to start using Holy Relic? I mean, no, but it's like one chaos. So, like, presuming you're in a trade league, you would be damn stupid not to just buy a Joffrey's. They're literally one chaos. And it is 50% more DPS. Right? Because you go from 2 to 3. Just remember when you're imbuing your gems that you could, in most cases, brick your gem. So don't use it on like your only gem. Like for instance, let's say you're imbuing Stormbrand and you want any good one. Well, you could get Elemental Focus level 1 and suddenly you can't shock or chill or freeze anything.
Did you think it would be that simple, Exile?
Or you put a red gem on something, like Wild Strike has a bunch of reds that are good. Well, you could get Brutality.
If you think I'm going to say,
right?
Is what you should have given.
And then you're like, well, now I can't deal elemental damage. So there are certainly bricks.
Did Hinakora reject you, Karuna?
Come on, old chap. Put those ancestors to work.
Ancestors, I will see you again. It is the card.
Deeply unkind. I may have a reputation.
I will be cruel in my methods, because we can take it.
Little gems of the size, what I'm hearing. I mean, we should always have been doing that anyway, right? Because you want to like corrupt and double corrupt them or whatever. But this is exactly the same. Just you want to have 2020s in your off weapon. Well, you want to be leveling them to 2020 in your off weapon all the time. Just all the time. Isn't like good for that if you don't finish all waves? I mean, this build couldn't finish all waves. Simulacrum is easy enough. I think Simulacrum's good for leveling gems. I don't know. I find Sims really boring, so I don't really do them. No, it has to be a level 20 gem to do it. and the act of imbuing it also corrupts it, so you can't add quality after. You also begin a Lens Sailor spraying. Yes, either of these two green gems. Oops. Either Withering Touch or Return Projectiles. We actually want to do that to get the socket back. We don't want any other supports, but what we do want is that socket. What's the plan for the socket? There's like a million things you can do with the socket. Imbuing better than 21 gem. Yes. I don't know what way I'll go with what I'm going to do with that empty socket, but it's a minion build. It's always short on sockets. There's always things you can do. Poison Ring dynamic weapon and go this league. Holy Relic has been fun. Alright. Let us know how many days you go before you re-roll or respec. Just because I'm interested.
Keep your life to your own.
You will note that I didn't say let me know if you respec. You're gonna. I just want to know how long it takes. This build good at Legion? It's as good at Legion as any build is before you get a Headhunter. But it isn't a Headhunter appropriate build at all. So like hardcore scaling Legion for several days will require you to be in a Headhunter pretty quickly. And that's like part of that farm, and this just doesn't benefit from a Headhunter.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Is it not recommending? So is it still good? It was never good. I do not recommend Holy Relic on the Guardian. I mean, it'll be fine. Like, it'll be fine because Holy Relic's so strong you could do it unascended, but it is just a little bit troll to do it as not a necro. You just pick corrupted gems, or you've been leveling actually the Holy Relic of convicted gems. You need to be, well, no, you cannot change corrupted gems. You can level them to level 20 in your offhand and then go to lab and change them before corrupting them if you wanted to do that yourself. But imbuing will corrupt them and you will not be able to change afterwards. That's true. There is a specific relatively rare one in like Uwu Lab that will let you. Really for a while, or I don't know what S tier builds there will be this league, but you'll have a high level witch, which can be a necromancer, an occultist, or an elementalist. I am sure there will be plenty of like S tier builds to be able to respec into, right? Like you'll have a high level witch. That's pretty versatile. Nothing stands out as being broken this league. Not at like first glance, although I'm very sure things will pop up. Right? We just need to be able to start playing before we'll find them. Ooh. Just for this. Oh,
Die! The touch of God!
Oh shit. Oh good. Never mind, I blocked it. Agenta, thank you for the chat. Finally noticed just streaming. I mean,
greetings.
Yeah.
Greetings.
We're not doing like a lot of streaming in the week leading up to the league because you know we're going to be fucking degenerates once it starts. Yes, hello. Hi, buddy.
Keep your life to your own.
Yeah, we're only doing like a few hours a day just to keep reminding people that we exist. Did you lose flowchart? I did not. I want to. Play the matching portal, I run out of space. Let's start flowchart. Holy or unholy? Shockwave Totem, are you a Giga Chad? Yes. Generic. Lightning Strike at the Gathering. Unique. Shockwave Totem of Authority. Are you a Giga Chad? No. Shock Nova or Cold Dot? Alright, Holy. Do you want to play an attack build? Yes. Quinn build? Yes. Holy Suit Juggernaut. No, choose one. Okay. Shield throw but yellow. Attacks, melee or range. Do you want to be stuck in heist forever? Yes. Toxic Rain Pathfinder. Hell no. Team PUBG, Team Messiah of FF. Neither. Move a little tracks leaves like a moth to lantern. Yes. Good. KB Wanda Warden Denial Champion. Anything Frostblades is dog shit. No. Meta Cuck. Connect Fusillade Hero or Champion or something. Connect Fusillade but a totem. Yep. Connect Blaster Cast String, sure. I like playing suboptimal builds. Explosive Venom Arrow and Bleed Bow. How much do I like these builds? Less, more. I love that. That's good. Alright, where are the minion ones? Find the matching portal somewhere else. Over here. Do Do you want to pretend you're not playing minions? Yes. Poison Holy Relic and Conviction. No. Poison SRS. Animate Weapon. Ranged Weapon. Zoo Necromancer. Yep. Not poison. Probably not great, but might be okay now with buff. Mid. Good build. Spectre Necro. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate. Holy pizza sticks is on this list. Born before 1995. RF Chieftain. The 30s are actually the new 20s, but your wrists are probably dead from playing games since the 90s. Play RF Chieftain. Okay, I feel attacked. Born after 1995. Congratulations, you can still press more than a few buttons. 2-button lightning conduit, 3-button cold dot, physical fizz dot elementalist. Chaos, do you want full screen clear? Essence Drain of Desperation Trapper? I've never seen an ED of Desperation Trapper in my life. Didn't even know that was a thing. Trap slash mines. Exsanguinate and reap mines, seismic explosion trap. Eye of Winter. Rolling magma saboteur. Amount of screen cancer scale. Less, more. Risks upon where I swapped to yellow's golem build. I mean, I guess the only way to get less than one button you have to press is to go down to a no button build. Right? Like, if one button is too many, then there's another solution. 0 buttons. And just like walk. We don't count movement skills or walk when we talk about how many buttons you gotta press. Right? It just, I don't know why, but like everyone collectively decided that movement skills don't count and walk doesn't count. And I can no longer access Imager. Hold on. Is that where this was? Hold on. Yeah, I sent it to you. Update the filters. Yes, always. Every league. Filters will always be up to date. Filter updates are something I do the morning of league start, because I wanna get all of the whatever Neversync does into it finished first. Did the new update? I did. Looks good. Let's think. Yep. I saw the whole thing. It looks great.
Hello.
Where's the cluster jewel? I mean, the solo self-found. There hasn't been one on the ground, and so I don't have one. Not being able to crit on the build, but still taking crit chance. I don't take crit chance. I don't take any crit chance. And changing the door to Holy Relic the same as last league? Very similar to last league. Obviously with lost work gems, we're gonna have to change some things. Potentially, when we get some more information about the gems, we might use some of them. There's imbues, which are gonna be cool. And we're gonna level as Absolution because it's way better, way more damage, and way faster. Necro Cultist this league? Necro. Necro for sure. What are you thinking about imbuing on Lancing Steel? Either one of the two supports we're already using. These two. Either Return or Wither, doesn't matter. We're not adding anything to Lancing Steel, we're getting a socket back. Which we can use for an Abyssal socket. Or many other things, like we could move Frostblink in there and then have another link in our shield, or whatever, right? Like there's a ton of options there. Any changes on what specters we go to? Yeah, we're not doing the Tiger because it's stupidly expensive. The like haste dude, fuck that nonsense. Instead we'll be using Pain Zealot, Pain Artist instead. And same as before, you just start with 2 Carnage Chieftains until you can afford real corpses. And if you ever get to a 4th Spectre, you just put a Carnage Chieftain back in again instead of that. Instead of the haste guy. Fuck that nonsense, too expensive. Way too expensive. Same thing for our Raise Spectre Animate Guardian combo, by the way. We're also going for either Minion Life or Meat Shield level 1 on the Animate Guardian. So that we can put an Empower in instead, into that setup. And you get the thing, I thought it was only active skills. Yes, the Animate Guardian is an active skill. But you do not want the support on the Raised Spectre because you want a level 21 Raised Spectre, because we're trying to get the Raised Spectres as high as they can, minimum 25, so that you can get an extra Spectre out of it, right? For all minions active skills. Not summon Phantasm. But otherwise, yes. Make it better if getting it high quality through corruptions. We will imbue Holy Relic. Probably with chance to poison if we can. Because forget about the flat, it doesn't matter. It has the full 40% chance to poison at level 1. Which means we free up a lot of socket pressure on chance to poisons. And gives us an option to get shit like double flat. What specters would you use for Absolution? Exactly the same ones. Exactly the same ones. Alright, did we get the attunement node? I mean, you can anoint the attunement node. It is one of the options for anointing. It depends on if you want to anoint that, or if you want to anoint this to make them live more, or if you want to anoint this for an endurance charge. What do you think about the carrying golem of scavenging with poison? It's fantastic. Yellow did it last league. He's got like a full build on it. It's really good. We switch from Absolution to Holy Relic. After which critical items? Before I enter maps, and as soon as I have the alt quality gems. As soon as you have the Lancing Steel of Spraying and the Holy Relic of Conviction. If you're in a trade league, there's also no reason for you to not be wearing a Joffrey's at the same time. Because that's 50% more damage. No tiger. Fuck the tiger. Chieftain, Warlord, Turtle, and then if you get a fourth one, Pain Zealot or Pain Artist, whatever one it's called. Needs to be level 16 or something? Nope. It needs to be whatever level you are. If you're picking up level 1 gems and you just happen to convert it, then you might have to wait a little. But otherwise, just go. I mean quality, sorry. 13% would be ideal. Is it 13 or 14? But I've got 0 and it's still fine. But you really should get, it's 14. You really should get 14% quality on it because that's 2 breakpoints. The first breakpoint is at 2 and then 14. So you really should do that, but you don't need to. It's fine. I saw that linked. I never looked at it though. Oh yeah, the mastery. Hang on, the mastery gives you 20 now. So 10 to hit the 30% one. So you really want 10% quality on your gem as quickly as you can to hit the 30% breakpoint. But whatever, it's fine. What mastery? The Minion CDR mastery. Minions have 20% increased cooldown recovery rate. It's 1-to-1, counts as quality, basically. I mean, it's not actually quality, but it's the same stat. Alright. I'm gonna jump off. Shit to do. This is a small stream week where we just drop in for a little bit every day. Just for like a few hours. I am fucking excited to start the league though. I want it. There's RNG on what you get, so level up a shit ton of gems. Yes, and you have to quality them first too. So it's incredibly good. Yeah. I got something you can jump on. Wait, what? Show me. Let's have a look. You won't, coward. Alright. I will see everybody tomorrow.